Hey guys, I'm Alexis and I'm a travel business coach. This is a highly requested video from my agents on my team. Today we're going to be talking about putting together a package. We're going to be using Vacation Express because it's my favorite supplier. This is a supplier that we use for Caribbean travel, international travel, or mainly international. So once you get access to Vacation Express, meaning that you've already registered for the supplier and they have granted you access, it's going to look like this after logging in. Vacation Express, along with a lot of the other suppliers, if not all of them, they offer training for travel agents. So you want to make sure to take their training right here, VE training videos, because it's going to show you how to navigate their site. So you want to become knowledgeable so that you can better help your clients. They give you the breakdown of how to book express groups, contracted groups, what is the difference between the different travel protections that they offer, some of the agent benefits or freebies that they offer, which could be found here, and also how to put a package together. So they can teach you better than I can, but we're going to go ahead and do a quick travel package. So you'll go under My Tools and select New Booking. Vacation Express allows you to put together packages, hotel only, and air only. Now, air only, we don't receive commission for unless it's chartered air, I believe. But hotels, whenever you're booking hotel only, the cool thing about that is um, it'll allow your clients to put down a deposit as low as $50 per person. So that's pretty cool. And then your packages, this is going to allow you to put together a package with flight and hotel. Whenever I'm setting up a package, I usually keep my settings at Houston because that's my home airport. And then I select a destination. So for this example, we're going to use Cancun adults only, but as you can see, there are plenty to choose from. We're going to be departing November 20th for 3 nights, coming back November 23rd. We just want one room with 2 adults in that room. Really quick before I move past this part, I do recommend that you create separate bookings for each room because let's say that you had a group of 5 rooms with 2 adults in each room. So if one person wanted to cancel their booking, then now it's going to affect the entire booking. However, if you created a separate booking just for that one room, it's much easier to cancel that one room than it is to affect um the entire group. Okay. So airlines, if your client requests a specific airline, you can go ahead and narrow down that search. We're going to keep it at any for now. Economy, exclude basic economy. I keep it there. Your fare types, I always exclude restrictive NDC fares. NDC is, I think that it's short for no damn changes. So let's say that your client had a misspelled name and they didn't catch it until later. It will not allow you to make any changes to the flight. So I always exclude that. And then your connections, it'll allow you to choose between all stops, nonstop direct, and maximum one stop. So let's do a nonstop flight and click on continue. Okay, so whenever it loads, it's going to first give you your flight option at the top. So it's a nonstop flight, leaving Houston at 8:02, getting to Cancun at 11:25 through United. Then coming back, it's leaving Cancun at 6:30, coming back to Houston at 8:02, also through United. Now, the rule of thumb for me, I like for my clients to get to their resort around check-in time, and I like for them to leave their resort going back home, um, kind of like earlier mid-afternoon, so that they don't have to wake up super, super early. They can still wake up, check out of the hotel, have breakfast if they want, and not have to rush to the airport. So I'm gonna choose more options and choose a later flight coming back home. So let's see what they have. Okay, so option three, I like that they're leaving Houston at a later time and they're getting there around check-in, but they're still coming back home at 6:30, leaving Cancun at 6:30. So I don't like that. Let me keep scrolling to find something a little later. Okay, this one looks perfect. So option 18, you can see that they're leaving Houston at 10 a.m., arriving to Cancun at 1:30. Then whenever they come back home, they're leaving Cancun at 5:55 and getting back to Houston at 7:30 p.m. So those times sound more favorable to me. And the tickets are $183 more per person. So I'm going to go ahead and select that. So now it's changing my flight and updating the rest of the prices beneath it. Okay. So whenever you are using Vacation Express, it does allow you to narrow down your options. We're going to keep it as is so we get to see everything. They also give you a key. So IP is their inclusive plans. So if you see an AI, that means all inclusive. This orange dollar sign is those are the hotels that are offering you extra commission for that month. So Vacation Express is really good at offering agents extra commission. Those hotels change each month of which ones offer the extra commission. The AO, that means adults only. Remember, we selected Cancun adults only, so all of these will have the AO next to it. And then your kids, sometimes this says a different number, but this one says kids 18. That means that the max kid age is 18. So anything above 18, like a 19-year-old, would be charged an adult price. You want to make sure to do your research on these resorts so you know which resort matches your client the best. So Breathless Cancun Soul, I'm going to select this resort because they're offering extra commission. And also my client is looking for a more upbeat resort where they can party. So they have different categories of rooms. Before we open that, if you need a breakdown of each resort, you can click on the name and it gives you a breakdown. And then you click on your rooms. And each room, if you select it, it'll also give you a breakdown of the room. So they have Allure Suites, Accelerate Suites, and Exhale Suites, which is their more exclusive option. So we are going to put our client in an Allure suite, and they want an Ocean View King. So that's the second option. And the prices start at $1653.50 per person. And then I'm going to hit select. So now it's putting together my package based on what I selected with flights and hotel and the room type. Okay, so your flight is going to be listed at the top. This is the one that we selected. Our resort, and then our price breakdown. Down here at the bottom are some additional booking options, hotel services that you can add on, and some tour excursions down at the very bottom. So currently, our deposit amount is $1061 per person. We want to reduce that deposit. So for a small fee of $25 per person, we can reduce that deposit for our clients. So now instead of $1061 per person that they're paying up front, now they only have to pay $300 per person. Okay. It automatically gave our clients a round trip private transfer to their hotel from the airport for $95. And down here, they give us the option of shared transfers. So the difference between that is the private transfers, they're going to pick you up from the airport and they're going to bring you straight to your hotel. Versus whenever you book a shared transfer, they're going to be picking up a lot of people and they're going to be making multiple stops so they can drop everybody off at their hotel. So I'm going to keep it at private transfers. And I also require my clients to book insurance, travel protection. So they are going to do VPP Plus. So I'm going to add that to their booking. And I'm not going to go through what the difference in insurances are, but you can click on it and it gives you a breakdown of each protection plan. So you can read through that so that you are knowledgeable when booking your clients. Okay. So if your guests are celebrating anything, if they're newlyweds or they're celebrating an anniversary, things like that, you can add on these packages that the hotel provides. They're not celebrating anything, my client. So I'm going to move past that. And then for the tours, you can also click on each tour to get a breakdown of what it offers, how long it's going to last, and what the activity level is of each excursion. It'll also allow you to change the date, like you can select which date they're going to do that excursion and then click the checkbox to add it to your reservation. We're not going to add any at this time. So we're finished putting our package together. So as you can see, this resort or this package comes out to $3,715. Our commission amount is $280.06. And you don't even have to pay attention to the net amount because that's the amount before commission. The deposit that they pay is $479 per person because that was your 300 plus insurance. And then the final payment that they're giving us is October 21st. This is very important. I never ever give my clients the actual due date. I always give them a 7-day grace period. So I will tell them that their payment date is, instead of the 21st, I would tell them the 14th. So October 14th is the date that I would give my clients, because most clients, they will wait until the last minute to pay. So you don't want to run into any issues. All right. So I recommend that you jot down all of the important details of this trip so that you can let your clients know what you put together for them. I also like to go to Expedia and pull some nice photos so that my clients can also get a visual of the resort that I'm presenting to them. So this one is Cancun Sol. I'm going to click on the resort, click on the photos, and there's a ton of photos that they offer. So of course you're not going to save all of these photos, but you just want to get some of the important highlights of this resort. So I would maybe get the pool, maybe the lobby, the room, the restroom, and anything else that catches your eye. So this is a very nice property. So you want to get some good photos. Make sure to crop it out so that there's none of these words on the photo and none of the excess background. So just save those and crop them. Okay. That's the only thing that you're doing on Expedia. Going back here, another thing to point out, I don't give my clients the flight number or the name of the resort. So I won't give that information until a deposit is put down. Because let's say that you give them all of the information, what's stopping them from going and just booking it themselves? So you did all that hard work and now they're just going to book it themselves. So that also brings me to service fees. I hope that you guys are charging service fees because you are a professional. This is the work that you are providing or the service that you're providing. So you need to make sure that you are getting paid for your time. It's up to you how much to charge for that service fee. So whenever I first started, I wasn't charging what I'm charging now, because of course now I have more experience. So you charge what you're comfortable charging. You can add a markup here, an agent markup. And down here, if Vacation Express is offering you a coupon code or a discount code, you would enter that code here and press add, and the discount would be showing up here at the top. So we're not doing any of that for the time being. One last thing to note, these prices do update every day. So I always let my clients know price and availability is subject to change until deposit is paid. So I make sure to put that in all of my clients' packages. So once you're ready to book, your clients are deposit ready, you would click book. You would put in your traveler's information, all of your clients' information. And on the next screen, after you have put down a deposit on a client's trip, you're going to go back to your back office. Remember, you've already received the confirmation email from the supplier. So you would go to your back office, go to the book travel tab and go to register booking. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like. They just made this process a lot simpler than it used to be. So this is going to be a new booking, a new trip. You would name the trip. I like to put my client's name and the destination that they're going. So you can put Brandy Cancun, and the trip has been added. Now it's going to ask you to upload. So you want to download the confirmation that was sent to your email and upload it here. After uploading it, it's going to pre-fill all of your client's information. You can change it if it didn't upload correctly. Okay, so once you see that it has uploaded, you'll click next. You'll see the property here. And this is just as an example. Of course, this is not Cancun because I didn't actually book Cancun. But after you actually book it, of course, this would have the correct information here. And you would put in your booking ID or that confirmation number here and hit continue. And you would just follow each screen. There's 2 more screens after that. And now you have registered your booking. Registering your booking is very important because that is how we get paid our commission. So Vacation Express, in this example, would pay your commission to IntelliTravel. And if you did not register that booking, IntelliTravel doesn't know who to cut the check to. So they're basically just holding a check with no one's name on it. So make sure you register those bookings so that you can get paid on time. I hope that this was helpful. Come back for the next video.